All right. Bella, I want you to help me with this one. It's a little more involved. I don't have one fraction over here on the left, right? I've got two, so I can't cross multiply. I can only cross multiply, Sophia, when I have fraction equaling fraction. Okay?
Only fraction equals?
One fraction equaling another fraction.
Well, isn't it one of
The one before is this fraction equals that fraction.
Well, what is one of the one a fraction?
Well, you see, this is two fractions that are being combined.
Oh, okay.
It's not, the one is not the problem, it's this stuff over here.
Okay.
Okay? Now, Bella, I pretty much always want to factor. I need to see what's in there, right? So can we look at this first one? What is it factored? Well, the first thing I look for is, I can pull a b out, and I'm left with b minus 1. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Teachers, look. Right? B minus 1 over there. And then this is just equal to 1. Now, Bella, let me say this. Instead of getting a common denominator over here, combining and then cross multiplying, okay? Let's do what we did in yesterday's section. Let's multiply both sides by the common denominator, okay? What is it that all of these things need in their denominator? And then a b minus 1. Exactly. They need a b and a b minus 1. Now think about this, Bella. In the first one, what cancels? Both of them do, right? And I'm just left with 2. Do you agree? Okay. Now when I multiply by the second one, what do I get? Not 2 over b, right? The b minus 1 cancels here, but I'm left with b times 2, right? So now I've got minus 2b. But remember, Bella, I have to multiply. This is algebra. I mean, we're going back to 6th grade now. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I've got to multiply this by b times b minus 1. Do you agree? So now I'm going to get 2 minus 2b is equal to b times b minus 1. I want to solve here, right? So I need to simplify. Whenever I'm solving, I simplify, then solve. So that means I need to distribute this. I'm going to get 2 minus 2b is equal to b squared minus b, right? I need to get everything on one side. Because what, is this a linear equation or is this a quadratic equation? What tells you that it's a quadratic? All right, hang on, help. What tells you that this equation is going to be a quadratic equation, Dylan?
There are 4 numbers.
Not that there are 4 numbers, because there won't be 4 numbers long. What tells you that this equation is a quadratic equation? It's not a linear one. That's okay? No?
No.
Dylan wants to try one more time before I
You
answer.
don't have a b squared on the left side, but you have a...
That's not what makes it quadratic. What makes it quadratic is that I have a b squared.
Because it has multiple terms.
It's going to have, well, it's not multiple terms, but it may have more than one solution, okay? So let's put these things all on one side. I'm going to add 2b to both sides. Now I've got that 2 is equal to b squared plus b, right? Now I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And now I've got that 0 is equal to b squared plus b minus 2. How do I solve that? We've been doing it. We spent a whole chapter on it.
Factor.
I got a factor. Good, Bella. So now I've got that 0 is equal to what?
B. Yes.
What are the factors of negative 2 that when I add them together?
1 and negative 2.
1 and negative 2? 1 and negative 2 gives me negative b.
Yes. And that gives
How about negative 1, positive 2? When I add those together, I get positive b, right? So minus 1 plus 2. Now let me ask you, stop, pause, and I'll finish this on the